Deductions in general are important. Like
Deductions in general.
there's some states that if your employer makes the mistake and
Yep.
overpays you,
Yep.
they just can't automatically go in and
Pull it back.
adjust
Nope.
your check.
That's right. That's right. That's right. And that's a big one. Welcome back, folks. It's about your paycheck, episode 33, the end of season 3. We're talking about season in review. But before we get that far, as always, how you doing, sir?
Man, I'm good. I'm good. Happy July 14th to you, man. And I'm good over here, man. How about you? What's going on?
Well, we're in different stages of getting sick and getting better up in my house, so we're just
Yeah,
trying to take care of the fam, get better, and partied hard, and we went away for 4th of July, and looks like we just brought some sickness back with us. We're hanging in there, man. It's all good. No, thank God nobody's is critical. We're just trying to stay healthy, trying to get right.
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
We have a word from our sponsor.
All right. TimeTrak Go. So summer has arrived, and with it, there's a perfect opportunity to plan your dream vacation. But whether you're envisioning relaxing on that beach getaway or an adventure-packed journey, TimeTrak Go is here to ensure requesting and approving your time off is hassle-free. TimeTrak Go simplifies vacation planning for employees with an intuitive mobile app. Easily check available vacation time, submit those requests, and manage everything on the go. For supervisors, approving requests is as easy as a single click upon notification.
Yep. Everyone deserves a break, and TimeTrak Go streamlines the process for all. Start your stress-free vacation planning today with a free 14-day trial at TimeTrakGo.com. That's www.TimeTrak.go.com. Or you can call them at 888-321-9922. Happy vacationing. Let's go. Yeah, man, but that's about it. And just, yeah. So what's goody, man? What's new? What's been piquing your interest out there in the world today?
Man, on current events man, it's been crazy. There's a lot of stuff that's been going on recently here in the news and in current events, man. Trump, I don't know if you
Yep.
heard what happened
I
with
have
him.
not. I saw like a
Assassination.
clip, and I was
Yeah,
what?
yeah, assassination attempt, man.
I
They're
guess I
saying
shouldn't be saying that with a smile. No, that's horrible.
yeah, assassination attempt on him, and there's a picture of him with his bleeding from his ear. They're saying the
So,
bullet grazed his ear.
oh dang.
Yeah, and there was another person who was killed, and some other people were injured or
Oh,
whatever.
no way.
Yeah, so yeah,
Oh,
yeah, it's been all
damn.
over the news, man. And some people out there are saying that it was staged. Yeah, I don't think that
And
Trump
somebody
is.
died in a staged attempt and a staged
Yeah,
thing.
me personally, whether you lean left, middle, whatever, non-political, whatever you are, like at the end of the day, I think it's serious business and it's something that shouldn't be joked about when it comes to somebody's life being
No, not at
threatened like
all.
that. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
not at all.
Yeah.
That's
So
that's not cool. Damn, I had no idea.
yeah. Then what about you? Anything that's piqued your interest outside of that? Maybe that's not so dark.
Unfortunately, an actress died this morning that we all love, Shannon Doherty.
Oh, 90210.
Unfortunately, yeah, she's famously known for 90210, but she's also from Charmed. We're Charmed
Okay.
family
Yeah.
fans here.
That
Damn, she
sucks,
was
man.
young
Because
too, bro. Yeah,
yeah,
my wifey told me
50.
she was suffering from cancer though.
Yeah, but I know that. I've seen that she's been in and out of hospitals, in and out of treatment, battling
Yeah.
illnesses and stuff like that for majority of her career. And then she had some drama with some of the other girls from Charmed and stuff like that.
But yeah,
Well,
she ended up leaving the show and got
yeah.
replaced and stuff like that. But yeah, all right, actually, and that's crazy because also Richard Simmons, and not to be dark and gloom, but that's what's in the news, right? Unfortunately, when they say death comes in threes, right?
Yeah.
Richard Simmons, I don't know if you old enough to remember Richard Simmons. He
Yep.
passed away. So R.I.P. man to the folks
Yeah.
out there, man. Yeah, man, that
Prayers
sucks.
out to their families, man.
Yep. I've been missing out on the news. I've just been watching a lot of movies and TV and stuff, or not. I'm just trying to catch up on work. But you watch anything recently that you like?
Uh, no, I'm finishing up Mayor of Kingstown. I'm about
Oh,
to
that's right. You okay? The new season.
get
You
caught up
finished the new
on.
season.
Yeah, I'm on season 7. It just season 3, episode
Oh, I was
7.
gonna say, dang,
It
7.
just
Okay,
yeah, it just dropped here recently, so just watching that.
I gotta give it a shot again. Remember, I tried it once before because it's the same writer from Yellowstone,
Yes.
Tyler or
Yes.
something. And so I was like, "Oh, I have to give it a try because Yellowstone is great." The other
Yeah.
shows that the dude is, what's his name? Yellowstone creator Taylor Sheridan. Taylor
Taylor
Sheridan.
Sheridan. Okay.
I had to give it a shot,
Yeah.
but it was slow. The first, even just now, I tried again, and I didn't get out of the first episode.
See, that's the thing. It happened to me 2 or 3 times before too, as
Yep,
well. Tried to
yep,
sit down and watch it, only get through the first episode. I start the beginning of the second one. But I promise you, if you make the time and kind of just, I'm gonna
give it a
see it
shot.
through,
Yeah.
bro. I'm telling you, by the third episode, you're just gonna be like, the
Okay.
action's just gonna keep going, and then it
All
just
right.
continues
And
on
that's
in
it.
season 2, continues on in
Oh,
season 3. It's
dang.
just, yeah, bro.
Okay, no doubt. I'm gonna
Yeah.
give it a shot. What I did see recently, two things actually. Divorced in the Black, Tyler Perry. I know you say you say you gotta. But how come you don't like Tyler Perry movies?
No, because the
None
same
of them.
premise, man.
None of them you
Like
didn't like.
when they first, like when I watched the first couple of ones, like sure, yes, I like some of them and stuff like that. But it's just the drama. It's always the same thing. Somebody cheating, somebody doing this, some drama, some this or something like that. It's just
I
I
don't
don't know.
think.
That's for
I don't
me.
think
That's what
this.
it.
Give it a shot. If you get bored, give it a shot
Right.
because I feel I get what you're saying. He does. But see, the good thing about Tyler Perry is that I feel like he captures the culture well, whether you like it or not.
Yeah.
Because this one was a little uncomfortable because he
Wow.
catches. Yeah, no, he made it really uncomfortable to watch. Oh gosh, but
Wow.
he kept. Yeah, no, I
Okay.
think, dude.
Okay. Gotta give it a shot.
But again, you know me, I'm easily entertained. Me and Walt go back and forth with this because he's like, "Oh, you think this is good or not?" And I'm like, I even tell my son this all the time too. He's, "Oh, this was trash." He'll say something was bad or whatever, and I'm like, it's entertaining enough. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So it's hard
Well,
for me, but I'm telling you, give it a shot. You're gonna be like, "Oh, snap!" I think he's getting better at telling stories.
okay.
That's what I'm gonna
Okay.
say. That's what I'm gonna say. I think he's getting better.
So I will say that the last ended for me because I just kept seeing Medea's this, Medea's that, Medea.
Oh yeah,
So I was
no.
just like,
If
I
you're
kind
not
of
a
got burnt
Medea
out.
fan, you can't watch any
Yeah,
Medea movie, right? You
yeah,
gotta like
yeah,
Medea, and even that, you're right, because he kind of does. It's that gets repetitive, but this one is nothing with Medea. No Medea's in this movie, but it's set in Atlanta, right? It has the Southern experience. I lived in the South, so I get it. I get
yeah,
it. I
yeah.
can connect with it.
Still
Maybe
live in
it's
the South, sir.
Oh, yeah, but it's not the same South. It's funny you say that because when we first moved down here, wifey was expecting that South experience, but South Florida is not the South as
S-
we know the
Yes,
South. Yes, geographically, it is the most southern part of the United States, but
you're talking about when you say South, you mean like
country South,
country South, like
that's
maybe like
South.
more Georgia. Georgia is y'all more
Georgia, North
y'all.
Carolina, South
Yeah,
Carolina
yeah,
area, that type
hmm
of southern where southern hospitality, where that
yeah,
phrase comes from, and you
yeah.
know that experience is the Tyler Perry's movie South is really
Okay,
that's
I
not
got you.
South Florida. Although I hear it is more northern Florida. There are some. I just talked to somebody recently
Yes,
who was saying that there are parts of northern
Tampa.
Florida.
Tampa's
I
more
don't.
like
I've been to
to
Tampa.
me.
I don't know for you,
Yeah,
really.
yeah. To me, yeah, Tampa's more country than not.
What?
Yeah, it's not. There's a lot. There's a
What
lot
parts of
of
Tampa you been to?
all over.
All right. But
Seen that.
anywho, I thought that was interesting. Yeah, so give it a shot. Give it a shot, man.
Yeah.
Um, what else, man? What's going on with you?
Then in other news, I saw a story out there for those of you that use AT&T. There was an article out there by
Or
routers.com.
rooters?
Routers, Routers, thank you, sir. That
No problem.
over 100 million customer accounts, including text and call records from 2022, were illegally downloaded in April of this year, 2024. So I
Damn.
guess AT&T had records of that stuff, and so it was considered a significant data breach. And they said that the breach involved AT&T call logs stored on a third-party platform. There we go again, right? With
There
the
we go.
third
The third
party,
parties. Yep.
right? It's
Yep.
always something like that, like some third party not doing or
Yep.
not doing something right. So it said it led to the arrest of at least one individual.
Oh damn.
Yeah. So it said
Shoot.
it didn't include like any sensitive information, like social security numbers or anything like that, but
Okay. Still.
it did conversations. Could be some incriminating stuff and some text
Yeah. You could.
messages, calls.
Yep. Yep. That's right. You could try. You can blackmail somebody. Yep.
Mhm. Yeah, I wish you were dead.
Oh no. That's yeah. No.
Mhm.
That's threatening.
Yeah.
That's not good.
So
Yeah.
that's it.
Damn.
Yeah, it said AT&T has since enhanced their cybersecurity measures and they're cooperating with law enforcement. The FBI got involved, I believe. If you
Yeah,
read the article and
cybersecurity is
stuff.
real, man. Yeah, cybersecurity is real. Cyber attacks are real, folks, and
Yep.
we got to try to protect ourselves. The one I found was and keep in mind when I go look for these articles specifically for Paycheck, this show for It's About Your Paycheck, I always
Mm,
start with employee because we trying to talk to the
mm,
employees. We want to help employees get just a little bit more savvy about around their checks and pay
yeah.
attention to it. And cybersecurity keeps coming up because that's where attack hackers really go at. They want our checks, folks. So you got to
Yeah.
be careful. Like as payroll professionals, we have seen employees get hacked and their checks rerouted.
Yeah.
Okay, their direct deposits rerouted first. Folks, we don't talk about this stuff for nothing. We are firsthand practitioners. We've seen this. So imagine if we've seen one or two, and there are millions of companies in the US and in the world, that's all they need is one or two a day or one or two a week, and they're making millions.
Yep.
If not, what was it? Trillions, the number is going to go into the
Yep.
25 as far as the black market of it all. So,
Yep.
anyway, I say that just to qualify, folks. Like when I'm looking for articles, I have employees at mind. I want to help. I was just editing one of the shows, and I heard myself say, "Yeah, I like talking, but I like teaching more. I like to be helpful to give people nuggets to get because I love getting nuggets. I love, oh man, learning little things that are helpful, right? So I like sharing. So anywho, this article it's out by TheVerge.com and they basically talk about how one of these companies, oh gosh, let me not need the name because it's worth talking about. Here we go. The Verge, and it's a company named Steam,
Mm,
right? And it's a gaming company though. Is it
yeah.
a gaming? Yeah, it's a gaming company. It's a company out there. It's a gaming company. And what they're talking about with this gaming company is how little it's a privately held company. They're not publicly traded
Wow.
and but they boast in their internal documents about how much more profitable per employee they are than Google and Microsoft, just to as an example, because everybody
Hmm.
knows Google, everybody knows Microsoft. This company I never even heard of, Valve, that company's name is actually Valve, and it says Valve is famously secretive company with an enormous influence on the gaming industry, particularly
Wow.
because it runs the massive PC gaming storefront Steam,
Hmm.
Steam. So, right, just to frame who they are, and they compete against EA Sports, Riot Games, all the big names, right? But they
Yeah.
fly under the radar. And one of the things that it brings another mysterious part to them is that their headcount is so low as it pertains to their gross revenue. They only have
Mm,
330 employees. They're around 350 to 400 employees. Let's call it 400.
yeah.
Whereas the Microsoft and the Googles of the world are in the thousands, right?
Yeah.
But yet they make more per employee. So the what it peaked for me, what it says to me is it's a question of it makes me ask a question, right? Because you know how we always say, "Oh, pay me, I'll do more if you pay me more." Then what's up?
Just to let you know that Microsoft,
Uh
as
huh.
of June 30th, 2023, employs, drum roll, over 200,000 people
I'm saying?
worldwide. Yeah.
And this little 400 person company has more profit per employee. Now, of
Mhm.
course, the sheer math of it all, but it means that their revenue is crazy, right? I think Val peaked with its games payroll spending. So their payroll spending in 2017 was 220 million, and this is where a payroll mind helps out figure out the math.
Mhm.
If they spent 220 million in payroll, and we know as payroll professionals that your payroll expense averages 40 to 50% of your gross revenue, grossing at least $500 million a year. And it says specifically games payroll spending. They
Yeah.
have three other departments.
Oh
So that's
wow.
just in gaming. And they talk about three other departments here. So at 500 million, so they're in the billions probably in revenue per
Yeah.
year at a 400 employee. So this is great. Oh wow, great news. Blah 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 blah. Again, not to bore people to death here, but think about this because this is what I challenge you, and this is where I challenge you to think about. Because we,
Yeah.
as an employee, we always I'll do more if you pay me more. I'll do more if you pay me more. I
That's
challenge you to think about how much more can you literally do, and how much more money would that warrant,
yep.
right? You do more because you have to sleep,
Yeah.
right? Are you a person that, right? Because I like it's just challenging that complaint of, oh well, yeah, I'm not doing that. I don't get paid enough. What would be enough for you to do more,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Because this company figured it out. You know what I'm
Well,
saying?
look, there is another note in here too that says that of those employees, this is from 2021. There's a that says of those 350, 300, 400 employees,
Yep, call it
just
400.
41, just 41 employees were paid a gross of more than 17 million. So of those,
Dang!
10%, 10, 15%. So
Wow!
think about that. It's how much if those were the high earners, how much was everybody else getting paid?
If it's consistent, then people are making everybody's making high six figures or mid six figures. You know what I mean? Whatever they're doing, it begs the question: how much is enough?
So if I multiply that 41 by 17, right about them being in the billions. Just at 41, if each one of them made at least 17 million,
Million.
that's 697 million.
There you go. Almost $1 billion just in 41 employees. So that right, the game, yeah, exactly. Again, they only have 400 employees.
Yep.
Again, it begs the question: how much will move the needle for you?
Yep.
How much do you need to actually move the needle on productivity? Or are you
Hmm.
just talking smack? Or are you already at your capacity and you just talking smack because it's put your money where your mouth is? I wish I could do that to employees. Well, I do more if I get paid more. How much more? Because then I'm ready to pay you more. What's up? How much more are you going
Yep.
to do for me? How
Yep.
much do you need? Because I bet you're not ready to answer that question. Because if I thought about it, I still need time to spend with my kids and my family.
Oh yeah, work life
I can't
balance.
work 24/7, even if no matter how much I love what I would do,
Yep.
right? I have family that I like to be with, right? So how much time do you need with them? How much time do you need to sleep?
Yeah.
What are you willing to sacrifice? We were just talking about this. I don't know if I was my brother-in-law in Georgia. We were talking about what people sacrifice to get to that next level. What are you willing to sacrifice?
Yeah.
What is
That's
it?
true.
Because these folks have figured it out. They're like, look, I'm not hiring an army of people when all I got to do is figure out what you need to crank out
Yep.
another few hours of work for me.
Yep.
It might just be, look, a lot of time, hey, I got to help. I'm an active member of my household,
Yep.
right? We've in my household, we've redefined gender roles. So it's not, oh, you cook, you clean, and I do this and I no. This is a new day, folks. We have to split
Partnership.
roles. We have to divide, right? It's a partnership, right? I got other adults in my house. Guess what? You live here. You're an adult. You're a child. You an active member. You have to contribute.
Hmm.
Okay. So
Yep. That's
now
that mentality.
that's right. That's right. I tell them all the time, you have to progress. If you want to be here
Yes.
in this house, it's progression. You have to constantly
Yeah.
be trying to constantly be a better version of yourself.
Yep.
I don't know where that is, but there is a better version of you every single day. And that's
Yep.
what I'm looking for. That's what I'm pushing for. But what is that magic number to me that would make me want to give? Because if I think about it, I don't want to sacrifice time that I spend with my family. I
Yeah.
love cooking for the fam. I
Because
love
look,
being able to
because look,
disconnect and barbecue.
look, some things are priceless too, right? There's
Exactly.
no amount of money that can
There you go.
quantify the value of those things. You spending time with Ro for a little bit is something a little bit different in terms of spending time with me as a friend, right? Yeah, you value it, but
Yep.
you spending time with your daughter has a more significant value to you,
Exactly. Yep.
right?
That's right. That's right. It's a bigger ROI
Yep.
because that's my investment in her future,
Yep.
right? But still, having a beer with you watching the game is still something that of value to me
Yeah.
that I
Yeah.
wouldn't want to sacrifice for not all the money, but I just force us to think about that reading
Oh,
this
it's a good
article
topic,
really
man.
it sparked that question. Damn, how
Yeah.
much is enough? Because something that I could do, what I would like is if you take away my cleaning burden in my house,
Yeah.
that would be great.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Food
If you
prep,
take away
cleaning.
yes, food prep, exactly, because I still like cooking, so I would still want to cook.
Yep.
Some days, maybe not all day, maybe I leave my cooking to the weekends. So maybe it's, hey, cover my meals, cover my cleaning all the time, not just, oh, every now and then I'll send one person to you. No, regular cleaning
Yeah.
covered. Then this is everybody's struggle. Laundry, you do my laundry, my cleaning, my laundry, right? You prep my food so that I'm ready, and if I want to cook it, I can. If not, it's maybe there's a few options during the week.
Yeah.
Or it's a big drag on productivity. Believe it or not, it's counterproductive, but it's true
What?
when people worry about money
Yeah.
and they worry about their financial, right?
Yeah.
So now,
Yeah.
hey, give me a consolidation loan so I can clear off all my debt and I just pay my employer back, right? Because you're not gonna find a good consolidation loan pay. Everybody's predatory when it comes to credit and that type of
Exactly,
stuff.
bro. Exactly. You end up paying
Everybody's a
200
predator.
200% annual.
Yeah, come on. You know what I mean? But shoot, charge me 5% and not the 25% that my credit card's charging me, or the
Yeah.
30% that this freaking loan, the home equity loan, and the renovation loan, and come on now,
I like how you're
right?
going with this. Yeah, because it makes it puts into focus so many
Yes,
different things, bro. So many different
yes,
things from
yes,
us as a human standpoint,
yes,
just human, then
yeah,
the employee and even the employer. How can I
yes,
make this more attractive for maybe to your point, like you just spoke about? Maybe if I help my employee pay off their debt, they'd be more indebted to me.
yep,
They'd be more what's that committed or more
committed,
to
yeah,
me as an employer because I helped them get their
absolutely.
life together.
That's right. That's right. Absolutely. I would, and I'd shoot. I bet I would sign it, and I'm sure most people would. If hey, I'll clear. We'll work out a debt refinance, and blah, blah, clear off all your debt, blah blah blah. And if either you stay with me for X amount of years so that I can get my return on investment, but if you leave, then it reverts to a little higher rate so that I'm making money, and you got to pay us
Boom,
back still, and you
boom.
can leave. I can't shackle you to this job, but
Yep,
I am going to shackle you to the repayment of this loan. So it's either
yep,
years of service or I'm going to charge you a competitive rate if you leave.
yep,
So
yep.
shoot, that great. And it's funny because well, not funny, but interesting because I talked to a leader recently and and you could tell how genuine and this leader's I don't know sentiment was about
Yeah.
their employees being and their employees being happy. This leader literally wanted to was like, I wish I could figure out a way to help my people buy their first home
Wow.
because it wasn't that they couldn't afford the mortgage, but in a lot of the popular areas of the world post pandemic, everything is expensive now, right?
Hmm.
And $1 million home is no longer the anything that's common. And but hey, I may be able to afford the mortgage, but I can't afford the down payment on $1 million loan, on $1 million home. $700,000 houses, 800. That's common in most of these expensive neighborhoods now. So yeah, I can afford the mortgage, but it's gonna take me 5 years to save up $100,000 to buy the daggone house.
Yep.
So it's those things, right?
Yep. Yep.
And it makes me think this company cracked the code. It's like that company back in the day. Not back in the day. It was like I don't, but it was a long enough time ago. The CEO paid everybody 70 grand a year, even like the
Yes.
the
Yes.
lowest level
I think
position.
David Price. I know his last name was Price or
And you
something like
remember
that.
his name.
Yeah.
Walt was like, I need a new boss.
Yeah. I saw it. I was just like, man, that is awesome. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
and especially,
Yeah.
and it was, hey, no reflection on today's bosses because the article is old and the story is old, but like that type of mentality. And again, the article just made me really ask that question: how much do you need? Because then, okay, I'm going back to my example here. So I need cooking, I need cooking help, cleaning, solve for debt consolidation, like finance reconfiguration, right? I need some of that,
Yep.
and then hey, my wife would need to stay home because if I'm working more, my wife needs to stay home. So guess what? You got to cover that salary that I'm missing.
Yep.
So
Yep.
now, woo, we talking a whole different story there, bro.
Look.
Food.
Look. Yeah. Especially if the company is, it's a win for the company. But look,
Exactly.
the company's going to
Exactly.
be eating just
Yep.
like Valve or in this whatever company
Yep.
is, Steam,
Yep.
whatever it
Yep.
was, and the employees can eat. Some win. It's a no
It's
brainer.
a win-win. It's a win.
Hey, we're guarantee you that you're going to be a multi-millionaire if you take this job.
Because
What are
think
your
about it.
requirements? Yep.
The math here is they said their gross per employee
Yep.
is 15 million or profit per employee, some whatever the ratio was, 15 million per employee.
Yep.
You don't if yeah, here it is right here. But let me see. When it filed lawsuit, yeah, per employee profit was around 15 million per year.
Hmm.
Even if that 15 million number isn't exactly right, Valve in its public employee handbook says that their profitability per employer is higher than that of Google or Amazon or Microsoft.
Yep.
So think about that. If each employee represented a $15 million profit, you could easily pay that employee $1 million a year.
Hmm. Yep.
Keep doing what you're doing because you represent
Yep.
$15 million of profit for the company. So please keep doing what you're doing.
And think about that. If it's to your point, that payroll is like 40, 50% of the company expenses. So how much is the company making?
Exactly right. So think about it. So they could pay their if they paid every employee $1 million, and we already know that some of them makes upwards of 15 million bucks.
Yeah, bro.
That's only 400 million a year if everybody made $1 million.
Yeah.
You had a billion a year, if that, with the not even with the yeah with the 15% or the 41 employees at 15 million
Yep.
each. So that would you say that was 600 million?
Yes. It's
Another
almost
400.
700 million.
You had a billion a year in revenue. You're making 2 billion, $3 billion a year, easy.
Yep.
When is
Yep.
enough,
Yep.
right? This is leadership that understood how to leverage their people. That's, I guess, my biggest. That's another key takeaway here. This is leadership that understood how to incentivize,
Yeah.
and that's a tough cookie to crack.
Hey, we might have to edit this one out here, but I just went on
Hmm.
their I just went on their site. What kind of jobs, the salary range? Now this is just base salary that I'm seeing on Valve, right? So I went on it to see how much they would pay an accounting professional, and the salary range is between 150K to 200K.
Look at that. That's just the base range, though. You don't know what they pay in bonuses.
Yep.
You don't know what type of incentive, stocks, options. They could have employee
Yep.
stock options. You don't know
Yep.
what else because that's just base salary.
Yep.
Because that's how you do it, right? You give them a good base, but then you incentivize the rest.
Mm,
That's why I
true, bro.
said they figured out how to incentivize,
Yes.
right? Because that's a good base, 150 to 200. That's a great base to start with.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So very interesting things, right? And to talk about. All right. Yeah. Thanks, folks, for
Yep.
entertaining us and listening to the convo. I hope you took something away from it because how much is enough? What do you
Yep.
need?
What's your number, bro?
What's your number? My number? Probably be like a half a million, good 500K a year.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Like honestly, where
Modestly.
if I had to, if it was to the point where I had to sacrifice some things for some time with my family, time with
Yeah.
this, just
Yeah.
so I can build for the future, I would say that would be the minimum.
The
Would
minimum.
be
That's why I said modestly,
and
conservatively.
that's just a base for me. I'm
Uh,
talking other incentives too. I want to
Absolutely.
be able to have remote options like or hybrids. You know
Mm,
what I'm saying I still want to be able to have a good PTO plan, all those different things in place. So
yep.
I think the bare minimum would be the same around that same number for me.
Yeah. I take care of my moms,
Yep.
make sure my mom is good, make sure the family's
Yep.
good. Again, my wife, that's wifey not working,
People
right?
act
That's
people act like half a mil is not a lot of money.
no, it's not. It's not. It really isn't. Not today.
Yep.
Not today. But yeah, yeah.
Yep.
It's about right.
Yeah, man. All right, let's.
Yeah, let's get into it, man. We in season 3 of this show. Excited, man. It really makes me think again. What I started to think about, what is it that we need to concentrate on delivering, right?
Yeah,
And I think we have to be more intentional about. Yeah, we've talked a lot about. We look back at the season 3, and I think we revisited our origin story, and
yeah.
we're talking about a lot of topics important, what should be important to employees. We think,
We
right?
talked.
Hopefully,
We dropped a lot of our lost tapes
a
too.
lot about, but still topics that are
Yeah,
important to employees, right?
yeah.
So
Tax
with that being
anxiety.
said, yep,
Yeah,
yep, a good ones. Should we have friends at work, and code
mhm,
switching, and
yeah.
how you speak at work,
Working multiple
racism,
jobs. Yep.
multiple jobs? Yes, that was more recent too. I remember that was a good one.
Yeah,
Having candid conversations, mergers, what you go through when your company merges. So these are all relevant things. But if
yeah,
it's about your paycheck, then I think we got to get back to a little bit about that initial goal of how we said, like, we would teach folks what's relevant in their state as far as paycheck laws and things that are protected. For instance, like some states, you're not allowed to deduct tuition. Not tuition. What's the word I'm looking for? Uniform expense.
yep.
Right? Some states don't allow you to do that because they're like, no, you need this person to work. You got to give them a uniform.
Yeah.
You're not going to charge this person. You're
Just
forcing them for the uniform.
yes, deductions in general are important. Like
Deductions in general.
there's some states that if your employer makes the mistake and
Yep.
overpays you,
Yep.
they just can't automatically go in
Pull
and
it back.
adjust
Nope.
their check.
That's right. That's right. That's right. And that's a big one. Listen, repeat that again. What did you just say again, please?
There are some states if the employer makes the mistake and overpays you and it's not a fault of your own, they cannot go in legally. They cannot go in and adjust or reduce your check just without letting you know, or even if they let you know, you have the right to refuse to pay that back.
That's right. They need your permission, and they need
Yes.
your written permission. So let's
Hmm.
try to remember that 36 minutes, because that should be the sound bite you start with this
Yes.
episode.
Yes,
You know
bro.
what I mean? For real. That's a great nugget for us. And little it's things like that.
Yeah.
That's the things that we need to, even if we only drop one per episode.
Yeah.
Hey, this is what your one takeaway from this episode is. You have rights as far as deductions in your paycheck.
Yeah.
Your employer can't just bully you. Oh, I'm taking that back. No, the hell you not.
Look here. Honestly, I know we have three different questions here, but we actually touched on the first
Yeah,
three all in
yeah.
that one little segment here, just that 5 minute,
Yes.
2 minute segment that you just, hey, what we would like to revisit. What you just said about the employees, like
Yes. Yep.
being more targeted in what we're saying, like
Oh
those
yeah, I
more
see.
targeted
Yeah,
topics.
we sure did.
Like what do you wish we touched on more? Same thing. Hey, being more targeted on that stuff, like speaking to the employees about educating them on that stuff and doing it
Yep.
in a way that is also captivating to them and entertaining to them so they
Yep.
can have fun while they're learning.
Yep. Yeah.
Because a lot of people don't want to sit and just be in class and just
Be in
like
class. Yeah. Yeah. That's right. That's
you
right.
know,
Is the edutainment piece of it.
yeah, bro.
Yeah, no, you're right. Yeah, I'm looking at the questions now. Yeah, but look, that's exactly right. We need to be
Yeah,
more intentional about giving folks those nuggets, and that's the homework, right? Prepping for this show should be about what's that one thing I want an employee to learn about their paycheck. The
yep,
one thing because we could talk about me and you could talk about anything forever,
yep.
right? We sit here and talk about Tyler Perry movies for the rest of the show. Easy. Football's coming. We're gonna be talking about football a lot, right? Yeah, it's that one thing that we want folks to learn about their paycheck, and that's what I want to take away from all of this. You're
Yeah,
right. What stood out for us? What would we like to revisit? What do we wish that we want to touch on more? What's next?
yep,
We covered it just right there. What's
yep,
next? Giving the listeners that one little nugget about their paycheck they may not have known,
yep,
and then we worked our weight in gold. You know what I
yep,
mean?
yep.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
that was short and sweet, man.
Short and sweet. Yeah.
What do you? So we had a little question
Oh yeah,
section
that's
here,
right.
this or that. So, but this time, Brian and I haven't really done it. So I got 3 questions
Oh,
for you.
I don't have any this or that, but go ahead. If you got
Okay,
one for you got something for me?
I got some for you. So like,
Okay.
it's all good.
I
So
like it. Go
all
for
right,
it.
all right. I got 3 questions. First,
Go for it.
Rosie Perez or J Lo?
Ooh, tough. Oh, you sucker. They're both Puerto Rican from New York, so
Yep.
that's tough. I rep my Boricuas, my New Yorkers, but okay, it's an easy one for me because I've been a J Lo fan
Okay.
forever. I watch anything she makes. Wifey
Okay.
be like, "Yo, this is trash," and I'm like, "I don't care. I'm watching."
Okay. Okay.
She just had a new one. God, I forget the name of it. I haven't finished it yet, but I'm watching it. So she dropped a new one on Netflix, and I was like, "Whatever." She does no wrong to me.
Okay.
But go
See,
ahead.
I was for sure that you were going to say Rosie Perez, but so
Mm-mm.
you
But
surprised me.
you made it tough. I got mad love for Rosie Perez, but is J Lo or Rosie Perez? No, J Lo all day.
Okay. Next one, Eli Manning or Phil Sims?
Dang, bro, you went in, bro. Dang, you doing you? Dang.
The New York edition for you.
Oh, fuck. All right. I have an answer though.
Yeah.
It's Eli Manning for me because
Okay.
only because I saw him. First of all, we beat Tom Brady
Yes.
the
One of the
times we were
greatest
counting.
dynasties, one of the greatest
Yes,
teams in all of sports, right?
hands down in all the
One of the
sports
greatest athletes in all of
ever.
sports did it twice.
Yep. Look, I'm getting the chills, bro. Woo. So I saw that. Phil Sims was definitely a part of my childhood and my
Yeah, yeah.
initial why I fell in love with the Giants.
Hmm.
But Eli is why I stood in love with them
Yeah.
because he was that underdog that just stepped up when he had to. Yeah. Good
Okay.
one.
My last one.
Oh man. All right.
All right. Wu Tang
Mm.
or Run DMC. I think that was a moral layup for you.
No, it isn't actually.
Oh, okay.
No, it isn't, dude. Run
Because Run
DMC
DMC's from Queens, right?
from Hollis, bro.
Oh,
They were like in my backyard in
oh
Hollis, right?
wow.
And it's funny because I was just thinking of my experience with hip hop. I love hip hop, and my boy,
Yeah.
where's Nas at? Oh, he's not in this picture here, but I have. Oh, this is my 50th anniversary version of the Hennessy bottle. Not 50 years of hip hop.
Yeah.
Nas is on this bottle, right? Had to get my mom's to get it for me because it wasn't in South Florida, but it was in the liquor store right across the street from her house in Flushing during 50 years of hip hop. Like I am hip hop, right?
Yeah.
It's part of who I am, and
Okay. So this is a
it
part of
was
who you
I
picking.
know it's got to be Run DMC.
Oh,
Only
okay.
it's Hollis, it's Queens, is Hollis, man. It's Hollis, Queens, and
You can
it's
pick
the
both.
bud. Oh, I could do both. Oh, that's
Yes.
right. Duh. So it's both. It's both for that one. Yeah, it's
Okay.
both
Okay.
for that one. Because then Wu Tang became. It's like the eras of it, right? It was like Run
Didn't you tell me that you
DMC.
watched the show too? That or the
Yes.
documentary that they had or something like that?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Bro. Not only the most recent, and there should be one more season coming out. Not only that, bro, when the the reunion album? I don't know if it was called a reunion. The double LP, I forget the name.
Mhm.
I should be ashamed of myself if I forget the name. Me and my boy took off of work that day.
Oh,
When that album dropped, we were at the store, and this is back when CDs were a thing. Streaming had not yet become a thing
mm,
because that album dropped in the early 2000s.
yeah.
And again, we took off the day of work. We planned the whole day and just listened to the album. And just
Was it? It wasn't 36 Chambers. Was
no,
it
36 Chambers was the first one.
Wu Tang Forever?
Wu Tang Forever. Yeah, they only dropped 2 albums together as like Wu Tang.
Okay.
Everything else is like Raekwon's album has all of Wu on it, but it's not a Wu album. That's Raekwon's album. You know what I'm saying? That's
Yeah.
part of the mystery and allure of Wu Tang is that they really only dropped those 2 albums. There's another album out there that somebody sold, like Ray sold, not Raekwon, RZA sold to auctioned it off at Sotheby's or some shit, and
Wow.
one person bought it. Nobody else has heard it. There's a big controversy out there. Watch the documentary of Mice and Men or something of Mikes. I'm sorry, of Mikes and
Mike's
Men,
Mike's and Men. Okay.
and they talk about how they kind of got tricked into doing that album.
Wow.
They didn't realize what was going on when they were laying verses for it and just sending it to this producer. Well, they didn't really get, or they claim anyway, that they didn't know what was happening with that album. And it's an album that's not on streaming. The only people that have heard it are the people who made it and bought it, or not even made it, because the other Wu members said they didn't even hear it. That's the only other album that is like a Wu Tang album, but there's a lot of controversy behind that one. So really, it's really only 36 Chambers and Wu Tang Forever. That's really it. Those are the only 2 official albums. And everything else is just collabs on other people's albums and things like that. So that's part of the whole allure Wu. Yeah, both for sure. Damn,
Okay.
come on, I get you good. I gotta get you good for that. I wasn't expecting. That's a good
You
one.
know, I was like, you know what? Let me ask him
That's
some.
a good.
I looked up some stuff. I said, "You're from New York. Let me ask my boy some good questions." I didn't just
That's a
want to
good
come
one.
with some lazy stuff like Excel or Google Sheets. Oh no, I didn't want to do that. I wanted to come up with something good that was going to cause you,
No,
think,
that
bro.
yes, it's really good when you personalize them and do
Yeah,
that. That's what's so. Oh, dang, I'm mad. I don't have anything for you. But next
it's all
time,
it's all good. You got me next time.
heck yeah, I'm gonna get you next time. That
All
was
right,
good,
man.
man. That was dope.
So for our safe talk question before we uh, exit here, safe talk question: are American employees too distracted to focus on learning more about their pay?
So that's a really good question. I think Americans are too distracted, period, to focus anything about anything helpful. I said it.
No, I agree with you. We did it. We did a show that we had some stat that we looked up about the attention span and how it
Yes.
decreased, right? How
Oh
the 8 seconds. It used to be like almost, I
yeah.
think, 20 seconds, and now it's 8 seconds. The attention span is just it's shortening.
If you don't catch people's attention right away,
Think, think about it on TikTok. How many
oh
videos? I can speak for myself. How
huh?
many videos you see somebody and they start talking, you just click and you scroll to the next.
Yep.
You don't even watch the whole
Shoot,
video.
you nice. You click like. I don't even click like. I don't click like for shit I don't like.
No,
I'll be
so I'm saying
scrolling immediately.
not on everything, but the things that you like. Okay, this that looks like some good food. I don't even watch them cook the whole thing. Just
Fair, fair. I might, yeah. If the plate is nice, I might click like and keep going because
yeah.
I know how to make it. I'm not on watching recipe type deal.
So I agree with you. We are very distracted.
Yeah,
We are caught up so much social media, internet. So we have so much more access to stuff like than 20 years ago. More access now than we did 10 years ago. There's so many
yeah,
more
hell
things,
yeah.
so many more apps, so many more capabilities out there for us as
Content,
people. Content,
content,
yes.
Yep,
Content, yes.
content,
But
bro.
what did they say? There's too many shows to just
Yes,
stick to one show. Like we're watching 4 shows at the same time. Let's watch this and bounce over here and bounce that.
oh my
Oh, there's
god.
this new show coming out that I want to watch and this and that.
I argue with my daughter sometimes. She'll be like, "Oh, let's watch this," and then she's on her phone playing something, and I'm like, "Wait,
Yes,
are
bro.
we watching or are we on our
Yes.
phone? What are we
Yeah.
doing here?"
Yep.
And you know what she told me? I'm doing both.
Wow.
I'm
Yeah.
doing both, and that's where that's the kids right now. Oh my gosh, their brains are they could definitely function at a faster level of things.
But
The
see,
media, the content, and all. Is it good or is it bad?
the
I know
overload, bro. It might
it
be
might be.
overload.
Yeah, yeah.
So I remember back in the day, we didn't have all that. The dial-up
Mhm.
modems, like you,
Oh
like,
my gosh.
by the time you had to wait for the dial-up modem to go through, it's like, you know what? I'm going outside. I'm gonna throw some.
Yep. Yep. Dude, first of all, I'm from an era where Atari, yes, I did grow up with video games in a video game era, right?
Yeah.
But my Atari was the when the ball was going back and forth with ding,
Yep.
ding,
Galaga.
ding.
Yep.
Yep, that was my first game. Like our games were mad basic. When
Yep.
my cousin got a computer, she was like building a hot air balloon. And I remember it was so boring to watch her do this, and I was like, I'm not. This is this is whack. You got a computer. That
Yep.
computer's whack.
Bro.
You know what I'm saying?
But,
But I
the
didn't know what I was looking at.
the game you had to play back then was Donkey Kong on Atari. You had to jump over the little
Yeah.
barrels and save the little princess and make it up the thing.
Yep. That's it. It was real basic stuff. And yeah, no, I was way more interested in going outside. You
Yep.
know what I mean? Video games for me then was like rainy day, ain't nobody out yet. You
Yeah.
know, it was not it was an alternative. It wasn't a
Oh,
preference.
my parents didn't play that. You couldn't
You didn't
sit
even
there
have
and
it.
no,
Oh,
we had the video games.
oh, okay.
You couldn't sit there and play games all day in your room. Nope.
Exactly. Exactly.
Nope.
I didn't want to. I loved being in the street. You
Yep.
kidding me? I was, bro, when I was like 12, 13, my brothers had to look all over town for me because I was on a bike somewhere. I'm serious. They used to get mad as hell. My
Oh
parents
my
would be mad as hell.
god.
Oh, go look for Brian again. He hasn't been home all day. And they would find me on the other side of town on my bike
Oh
with my
my
peoples like,
god.
yep, yep. Yo, what you doing over here? We rode. We out. I was
Yep.
out. I was
Different
out.
life, man. This is like a different life.
It is. No, it definitely is, man. Definitely is. So what do you think? You agree?
Oh,
Americans,
absolutely. We're like
yeah,
not just Americans. I think the whole world
is just
could be
distracted.
less distracted. Yeah.
I don't know about the whole world. I feel like there's still parts of the world that are not as
Underdeveloped.
yeah, a little underdeveloped. So, and anywhere in the world where they got a smartphone and that's normal, yeah, the distraction is real.
Yep.
Yeah, because I think there's still parts of the world that either don't want it or still appreciate other things.
Mhm.
But yeah, are American employees too distracted to focus on learning more about their pay? I think American
Absolutely.
employees are too distracted, a period, to learn about anything meaningful.
No,
Serious.
bro.
We have to be like it's intention. You got to be
Yeah.
intentionally looking to learn about things and look. That's why we do the show,
Yep.
right? It's why we birthed this show for sure. It's
Yep.
about payroll show. That one's easy because we talk about payroll to payroll people.
Yep.
You only listen to that show if you want to learn about if you're a payroll professional that does some hand in payroll and you want to learn more about your job.
Yep.
That's the show. This is the show because a friend of ours of the show from It's About Payroll, Gerard Hall, was like, "There's no employee education.
Yep.
How do you do that?" And
Yep.
he challenged us, right? I took it as a challenge. He was like, "How do
Yep.
we do that?" And that's what birthed this show. It was like, "Dang, you're right, man. How do we do that?" Because there is
Mhm.
nothing out there like that. If folks are scared, I think a little bit. But look, it's good content, man. It's good, and it'll catch on at some point.
Yep.
We'll continue to do it just like we did that show. We'll
Yep.
continue to beat the drum and continue to stand on our soapbox and our podcast mic and keep talking about things that are helpful.
Yep.
And we'll get there, man. We'll get there as a country. But yeah, man, dope, bro.
Agreed, man. Another good
Good stuff.
episode.
Another good episode. Ran way over the time of I thought that we were we always like, oh, it's gonna be quick. Don't worry. No, it's never quick.
No, we were, man,
Oh,
it was the articles, man. It was the news articles and stuff we talked about that kind of got
yeah,
this attention.
yeah, yeah, yeah. It's all good. Hey, we'll keep getting better.
Yeah.
And look, if Drink Champs could be 3 hours long, our
Yeah.
show could be an hour long. We'll be all
Yeah.
right.
That's true. That's true. That is true.
It takes me days to listen to a Drink Champs episode, bro.
No, I
Days.
know. Yeah.
But they're killing it. They're killing it. I love them. I love them. All right, man. Oh, I was gonna see this is how I was speaking of distraction. TikTok got me on an app. It's called Podcast FM.
Uh huh.
No, I'm sorry. I mean, that's not what it is. Pocket FM.
Pocket
See,
FM.
they
Okay.
Pocket FM, and it's literally turned into audiobook. They hook you with a video on
Hmm.
TikTok, right?
Uh-huh.
And it's how we were just talking about. Oh, people love drama.
Yeah.
Caught me with a scene, bro. I was hooked for 2 days. Listen to this
Oh
one
my
show.
God.
Yep, and I still haven't gotten through the one show because somewhere in the hook, oh, it now, oh, you've listened to your free trial version is over and you got to pay this money to keep going. And I was like,
Yeah.
oh, and I paid money. Got me for $10, and I was
Yeah.
like, all right. And then it stopped again. It was like, you've exhausted your $10. I was like, what? Oh, hell no. At this rate, I'll be broke by the end of the week. I was like, no, I'm good.
Wow.
Yeah, so I'll come back. I got to see if they have a subscription version or do the trick where it's a free trial, sign up for a month, and then cancel it so I can listen to this one show. But my point is how easily we get distracted and stuff like that, man.
Yep. No, you're right.
But anywho, yeah. All right, bro. Thanks for the time.
Good up. Next time,
Yeah,
folks.
man. We love you. Peace.
Before we sign off, here are a couple quick things. Don't forget to follow It's About Payroll on LinkedIn and It's About Your Paycheck on Facebook and TikTok.
Thank you for being part of our payroll community, and thank you for being a part of this journey with us. Until the next time, keep learning, keep growing, and most importantly, keep going.